Okay, on this part, I probably should have had the car on the ground doing this so it drain out towards the front. Changed my gear oil quite a bit, but just gonna see how clean the fluid is, as well as see how much fluid we have in it, if hardly any, because it's been leaking a little while. It's not too bad. Surprisingly, we actually have a good amount of fluid back in it, or it's still in it, I should say. Either way, time to pull this transmission out and fix the leak. That definitely wasn't 3 quarts though. Had a little bit more than what I expected, but nowhere near 3 quarts. Anyway, one tip I do want to give while I'm here up under the car. I know sometimes people hit the ball joints. You probably can't see it right here. I can't get my wrist to swing that much. But one thing I do see people doing a lot is beating up the ball joint to get it out, to get the axles out. You just get this control arm bolt right here out. It's a lot easier, than you don't have to beat up the other end of your ball joint. Now, I've seen sometimes where the bolt is put in this way, and if that's the case, you may not have a choice, but when you put it back in, or when you have the transmission out, you may want to go ahead and pull the bolt out and flip it through that way. And that way all you have to do is just back it up just enough. You don't have to take the bolt all the way out, just enough to drop this, and then that way you can, it's a little bit easier to get this axle out, and you don't have to beat up that lower ball joint down here, as mine is beat up and looking ugly. Something I'll be changing here fairly soon as well. So anyway, just one tip I figured I'd throw out to you guys, for you guys that aren't already doing that. But anyway, I'm gonna let this drain while I go ahead and pull the transmission out. Come back when I got this sucker out and start tearing it apart. Alright, so I got my old transmission out. And I'll just say I hate doing these more than anything else on this whole dang car. It's about 100 pounds or so. I forget the exact weight, but it's heavy, so it's not real fun for me. But anyway, I figured while I had it out, I'd point out one little thing. Mitsubishi was real good about putting a little Torx bit bolt head right here for the reverse idler gear. I take mine out. I think they're stupid, so I have one that's really tight, trying to get it out. You may want to take it out, and I believe this is a bell housing bolt. And anyway, you'll see when I get it out, but I believe it's has more of a tip on the end of it to make it easier to go in, and you don't have to worry about messing up the inside here like you do on the Torx bit, which is a pain if you do. Have fun trying to get it out if you do that. So if you ever had to take one apart, just go ahead and try and find you a bell housing bolt with a little narrow tip, and try and get it back in there. But anyway, first things first, you got to take all these bolts out right here, and then knock this cover off. I'll go ahead and get that done now.